The State of the Nation speech almost always begins with the status of the economy and industrial growth. And this year's speech was no different, as the president cited the forward strides gained in his government's efforts to improve GDP in the aftermath of a raging pandemic and help the agriculture industry get back on its feet. Our Alan Francisco has been at the Batasang Pambansa the whole day, covering the last event, and he filed this report.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. delivered his second SONA earlier in the day. He first expressed the growth of the country's economy. However, he said this is a work in progress that government needs an all-hands-on-deck policy to fully achieve.
Pinapalago natin ang mga industriya, dinadagdagan natin ang mga infrastruktura upang mas mapabilis ang daloy ng mga produkto at ng serbisyo. Higit sa lahat, pinapalakas natin ang kakayahan ng mga mamamayan upang mapaganda nila ang kanilang pamumuhay. Ito ang punot dulo ng ating Philippine Development Plan.
He also cited the Maharlika Investment Fund, which he said will be used to fund big-ticket and high-priority projects.
For strategic financing, some of the nation's high-priority projects can now look to the newly established Maharlika Investment Fund without the added debt burden. In pooling a small fraction of the considerable but underutilized government funds, the funds shall be used to make high-impact and profitable investments, such as the Build Better More program.
President Marcos also discussed the programs for farmers, such as the new Agrarian Emancipation Act, Free Fertilizer Initiative, among others. The president also warned about smugglers and hoarders of agricultural commodities. He also promised to address digitalization in the country. It includes the changes which have been made in his first year in office, such as increasing internet speed and cheaper rates. The president also expressed his recognition to OFWs. Along with this is his promise to continue providing the needs of the OFW sector. He also called Congress to pass legislation creating the Department of Water Resource Management and the other priority pieces of legislation that will help improve the lives of Filipinos. President Marcos also emphasized that quality education will be provided to the students. He also said he will accept the resignations of PNP members involved in illegal drug activities. This is part of the government's intensification of its anti-illegal drugs campaign. The government will also develop energy or electricity throughout the country. The sovereignty of the country will also be promoted while preserving territorial integrity. In infrastructure, the government will pursue and complete projects such as Luzon Spine Expressway Network Program, among others.
We will build better and more. Our 8.3 trillion peso Build Better More program is currently in progress and being vigorously implemented. Ang buong bansa ay makikinabang sa 174 na proyekto sa ilalim ng programang ito.
He said dialysis is now free for many Filipinos. President Marcos will also sign the proclamation granting amnesty to communist rebels who decide to lay down their arms and return to the folds of government. Alan Francisco for the Nation.